Hello everyone, back tuning into the weekend forecast. We're going to cover the whole of the Christmas week today. There won't be a weekend forecast on Saturday because, as I say, this was taking us through Christmas and into the New Year, so the whole of the Christmas week will be covered in this update. It's going to be a traditionally mild, wet and windy Christmas into New Year. Unfortunately, we may have to start thinking a bit about severe gales and stormy conditions as we approach the new year. Over Christmas, I think the worst weather is going to be in terms of rain, and we've got to be looking out for flooding again, I'm afraid, for parts of northern England, southwestern Scotland, possibly North Wales. The prone areas, particularly I would think through Cumbria, at risk of further flooding over Christmas. And as I said, get towards New Year, we've got to start thinking more and more about the risk, anyway, of some severe gales. It's not going to be the cold, wintry, seasonal Christmas I know a lot of you will wish to have. But there could be a little bit of snow across the very far north of Scotland tonight and perhaps tomorrow morning. I mean, again, maybe early Boxing Day as a band of rain pushes northwards. I think Scotland is where we could find a few flakes falling, but even there, I suspect it would be quite limited. So I'll show you all the charts and do the forecast of Christmas week in a second, but before we go on with that, just say about the ads. So like all pages at Gas Office, have a browse through widgets and click through the links. So if there's any articles that you're interested in, thanks so much for doing that. There's video ads, most pages, they open out from the content, and then they'll close back up again. Thanks so much for getting involved and helping to pay for the website. And of course, the Christmas shop has been a huge success again this year. It's too late now, of course, to get you the Christmas presents out to you from Amazon, but I just want to say thanks so much to everybody that's done their Christmas shopping via the Christmas shop and the Amazon banners. It really has been a phenomenal success once again this year, so thanks to everybody that has used the Christmas shop. The websites we're using for the Christmas weekend bookhead is the weatheroutlook.com and webcentre.de. You find links to both websites on the links page. So let's get on with it, and we're going to start off, of course, with a radar picture. We've got a band of heavy rain and strong winds sweeping across the country. Some really tightly packed ice bars, and I'll show you those in a moment. We've also got some bright colours here. So there's some torrential bursts of rain, a proper squall line sweeping through the country. It turns drier, and they've got these heavy showers coming into Scotland and Northern Ireland, so those could be really beefy this afternoon with a risk of hail and thunder, and that's where the risk of snow does come in, possibly over the higher ground of central northern Scotland. We could get some snow this afternoon and into this evening. Here's today's Arctic pressure chart, and as I say, there's tightly packed isobars, especially in the north, bringing gales, or near gales anyway, to the far north and west of Scotland. It's a windy day across most parts of the country as well. So it started off very mild in the south. We'll take this band of wet and windy weather across England and Wales this morning. It'll clear away this afternoon. Behind that, it turns colder and fresher with sunshine and showers coming into the north and the west. Some of those showers, as we've already seen, will be heavy and prolonged, with a risk of lightning and thunder, hail thrown in as well, and don't be surprised if you see some flakes of snow over higher ground in the far north of Scotland. Temperatures will start off very mild, as I say, in the south, around 12 or 13 Celsius, but they will drop actually this afternoon, so finishing up at around 9 or 10. In the north, it's actually quite cold, with temperatures there at around 4 or 5 degrees, and certainly feeling a little bit Christmassy with those strong winds. Overnight, we build this very, very transient ridge across the country, just ahead of the next area of low pressure, really. So things will calm down tonight, the winds will ease down, the showers will die back towards the northern western facing coast. They could still be a little bit on the wintry side across the northern coast of Scotland. It's going to basically be quite a quiet night. I don't think Father Chris is going to have too many problems getting the presents out tonight. No gales or snow or anything much going on, actually. Just a fairly calm, clear and quite cold night, with temperatures possibly going down to freezing across Scotland. Further south, probably around 5 or 6 degrees, staying frost-free down in the south, but cooler, a colder night than we've had over recent nights. By the end of the night, though, the next batch of rain will be arriving across Ireland and southwestern parts of England, so that will be quite heavy. Now, Christmas Day is looking like this. It's not great. We're bringing a new area of low pressure in from the Atlantic and another push of very mild air with that. So Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England probably gets a mostly dry day. It'll be sunny to start off. It'll stay sunny all day across Scotland. Northern Ireland and Northern England will turn cloudy with probably some rain arriving by evening. But the focus for the rain is actually further south, I would think, through Christmas Day. Much of central some parts of England and Wales have a very wet morning. Now that rain will push northwards through Wales, the Midlands, Lincolnshire, getting into Northern England later on in the afternoon, where it will start to grind to a halt. The far south will probably brighten up with some sunny spells. Becoming exceptionally mild down in the south, with temperatures up to 13 Celsius, that's 55 Fahrenheit by the end of the day. But from the Midlands northwards, it'll be quite a cool day. Actually, with temperatures around 5, 6 or 7. Scotland will actually be cold, with temperatures of just 2 or 3 degrees. Now, I'm afraid we've got problems overnight, Christmas night into Boxing Day. Across Northern England, southwest Scotland, that rain will grind to a halt, be very slow moving, heavy and persistent. So don't be ruling out the chance of some flooding again across Northern England, particularly in the early hours of Boxing Day. As that rain pushes further north into Scotland, into Boxing Day itself, it could turn to snow on the leading edge, but I think it'll be mainly confined to high ground. England and Wales will have a mainly dry day, actually. A lot of cloud around, fairly strong winds as well. Very mild in the south, one of the mildest Boxing Days on record, potentially with temperatures up to around 14, possibly even 15 Celsius. In the north, it will be colder, but those temperatures will be lifting up, actually, as that rain moves through. Going through to Sunday, and things will be calming down then. We're building a bit of a ridge to the east and south of the country. Low pressure is out to the west. So there could still be some showery bursts of rain around across Scotland, particularly on Sunday morning, but they'll be generally getting lighter and more patchy. Elsewhere, a fair amount of dry weather. I think we'll have a lot of cloud, few limited bright or sunny spells. Temperatures will be mild at around 10 or 11 Celsius across most parts of the country. Another very mild day. Going through to Bank Holiday Monday, the high pressure is building up over Scandinavia, trying to ward off areas of low pressure coming in from the Atlantic. So we may have some rain and fairly strong winds across Ireland, far southwest of England by the end of Monday, but otherwise Bank Holiday Monday should be a mostly dry day once again. Once more, I think we'll have a lot of cloud, limited bright or sunny spells. But we do get a couple of drier days here on Sunday and Monday. Temperatures, again, will be mild, perhaps a little bit down, but still very mild, really, at around 9 or 10 Celsius for most of us. And then we move through in towards the new year, and Tuesday starts to turn increasingly unsettled with bands of rain moving in from the Atlantic. Looking at this horrendous area of low pressure in the central part of the Atlantic. That's a bomb, a weather bomb, and it's going to probably move to the north and west of Scotland and could bring us all to the risk of gales as we head towards the new year. So Tuesday will probably have a fair amount of dry weather in the east, but have cloud and rain in the west. It will gradually spread eastwards through the day, so I suspect by the end of Tuesday most of us will be wet. Temperatures will be very mild at around 9, 10 or 11 Celsius. And then moving through into Wednesday, running up towards New Year, we've got this deep storm system to the north and west of Scotland, being taken a long way away from us on the latest one of the GFS, but other models want to bring this closer in. So I think Wednesday there is a risk of gales across the country. There will certainly be outbreaks of rain spreading across, but watch out for the risk of some gales or severe gales. We'll have to keep an eye on it over Christmas, try and firm up on the detail, but potentially, and it's only potentially, Wednesday the 30th of December could be one to watch out for. It could be a pretty stormy day. Temperatures still mild at around 9 or 10 Celsius. Going through to New Year's Eve, again low pressure is piling in off the Atlantic. Got this high pressure to the east, but it's just holding up the progress of these weather fronts, so there could be quite a lot of rain around on New Year's Eve. And again, although this doesn't show it particularly stormy, there will be a risk, it's a long way off, there will be a risk of storms and gales around New Year's Eve once again. Temperatures will perhaps be lowering a little bit at around 7 or 8 Celsius. And New Year's Day finally is looking like this. The first day of 2016 shows another area of low pressure coming in real onslaught this, so at the very least another band of rain sweeps across the country. It could be accompanied by gales. This latest run of the GFS, as I say, is not too bad in terms of the winds, but other model runs from the GFS particularly have been showing a lot of stormy potential around New Year. So Wednesday the 30th, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, all at risk of seeing gales or severe gales and bands of heavy rain. It'll just be a case of watching this space to see quite what happens. Temperatures generally a little bit above average, but not as mild actually as over Christmas. And then the first days of January looking unsettled with more rain coming in from the west. I'm very concerned about the risk of flooding over the coming week. So if I have a look at the charts from the Weather Outlook just before I go, we've got the band of rain crossing the country through the course of today. Wet and windy Christmas Eve, followed by sunshine and showers to the north and west. Temperatures will be turning colder. Christmas Day shows heavy rain moving up from the south, giving a proper wet Christmas Day to much of England and Wales. That rain gets to northern England, southwest Scotland by the end of Christmas Day into the evening, where it grinds to a halt. Could give a very wet spell, I'm afraid, to parts of northern England and southwestern Scotland again on Christmas night. Boxing Day still has the rain up in the north and west, where it still is heavy, but it'll gradually ease off. Further south, dry and exceptionally mild down in the south of the country. Sunday looks calmer. There will still be some rain left in the far north and west, but I think most places will have a dry day on Sunday, as we should on Monday as well. But by Tuesday we go back to unsettled conditions with more rain piling in from the west, and that takes us into Tuesday as well, with quite a lot of rain across the country. More rain, in fact, as we're going into Wednesday, and that just goes on into the new year. So a very unsettled Christmas week coming up. It's not the cold and seasonal Christmas that we would all wish to have, but it's a wet and windy and very mild at times Christmas week. Watch out for risk of severe gales or stormy winds by the time we get through to New Year. I'll keep you posted on that, of course. And, of course, watch out for flooding across those prone areas in the north. So that's it. That's the forecast for the Christmas week. Just want to wish you all a very happy and Merry Christmas. Things will still be updating at the website in terms of the summary on the homepage. I'll update that tomorrow. There'll also be a historic video tomorrow, the Christmas Day historic video. Gazworthies will be looking at 1985, 1986, so if you've got time, come back and have a look at that. But yeah, have a great Christmas, and that's all for now. Thanks for watching.